Living with a mind that won't shut up. My life with generalized anxiety. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Zachy, and today we're getting into something personal. Like, deeply personal. I'm talking about something that affects how I think, feel, sleep, work. Basically how I live every single day. Generalized Anxiety Disorder, or GAD. But don't worry, this isn't going to be one of those boring medical breakdowns. I just want to share what it's like to actually live with it. The good, the bad, the awkward, the invisible. If you ever wonder what it feels like to have a brain that won't chill for even 5 minutes, this video is for you. Before I share the real-life, messy stuff, let's just take a quick second to explain what GAD actually is. Because yes, people toss the word anxiety around a lot, and we all get nervous sometimes, but GAD is a whole different beast. It's like your brain is permanently stuck in survival mode. You're constantly scanning for problems, even when there are none. You worry about the big stuff, like your job, relationships, health, but also about the small stuff. Did I use too many emojis in that text? Did that person just give me a weird look? What if I left the stove on even though I didn't cook today? It's exhausting. And what makes it harder is that there's no off switch. It's not caused by one thing. It's just there. Always. I started noticing something wasn't right when I was about 15. At first, it was small things. Lie in bed for hours, unable to fall asleep, because I couldn't stop going over every little interaction I had that day. I'd overthink conversations to death. Did I sound weird? Was that joke too much? Did they laugh because they meant it or because they were just being polite? I had this constant pit in my stomach. Like something bad was always about to happen, even though nothing actually was. And what's wild is everything in my life seemed fine on the outside, but inside, it was like I was constantly on edge, waiting for the sky to fall. Living with GAD is like being stuck in your own head, with a hyperactive narrator who assumes the worst about everything. Imagine waking up and the very first thought is, what did I forget today? You check your phone, no messages? Cool. Now you're spiraling about whether your friends secretly hate you. You try to get through your work or school day, but your brain keeps tossing anxiety grenades at you. Did I make a mistake in that email? Did I offend someone and not realize it? Do people think I'm annoying? Even good things can trigger worry. Like, what if I get too comfortable and everything falls apart? You're never just present. You're constantly running simulations of failure in your mind. The worst part? You're always tired. Because anxiety is like having your brain run a marathon every day. It wears you out. But then, when it's finally time to rest, your mind kicks into overdrive. I can't tell you how many nights I've stared at the ceiling, exhausted but wired, replaying everything from a random comment I made 3 days ago to imagining completely unrealistic disasters. And when someone says, just relax? Bruh, if I could, don't you think I would? Social situations are a whole other arena. And look, I love people. I enjoy hanging out, meeting new folks, laughing, connecting. But my anxiety makes me second-guess every interaction. After a group hangout, I'll spend hours thinking, did I talk too much? Did I make things awkward? Were they just being nice? It's this constant mental rewind. You analyze body language, tone, facial expressions. It's like you're trying to solve a puzzle where nothing is actually wrong, but your brain convinces you there is. It's exhausting. And it's not about being insecure. It's about being stuck in an overactive loop you can't exit. Now, let's talk about coping, because thankfully, I didn't just stay stuck in that place forever. There are tools. There is hope. Therapy, for one, was a huge game changer, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It taught me to challenge the stories my brain was telling me. Instead of just believing every anxious thought like it was gospel, I started asking, where's the evidence for that? That one shift alone changed everything. I also started journaling, just pouring all those buzzing thoughts onto paper. It gave me a sense of distance, like I was watching my thoughts instead of being swallowed by them. Over time, I also learned to notice patterns. For example, caffeine? Bad idea. I love coffee, but coffee does not love me back. Social media scrolling late at night? That's just fuel for the overthinking fire. Sleep and routine became essential. And yes, I eventually did start taking medication. That was a tough decision for me at first, because there's still a lot of stigma around it. But honestly, it helped level the playing field. It doesn't erase the anxiety, but it turns the volume down enough that I can actually function. And there's absolutely no shame in getting support in whatever way works for you. Here's something I wish more people understood. GAD doesn't always look dramatic. It's not always panic attacks and crying. A lot of times, it looks like being overly polite, or canceling plans because your mind is too loud, or needing reassurance about things others don't think twice about. It's over-preparing, overthinking, over-apologizing. And most of the time, people don't even notice because you've gotten really good at hiding it. But just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's not real. It's always there beneath the surface. If you know someone with anxiety, whether it's GAD or something else, one of the most helpful things you can do is simply listen. Be patient. Don't try to fix them or tell them to just chill. Instead, say, I'm here. I understand. I've got your back. That kind of steady, non-judgmental support can make all the difference. And if you're someone dealing with this, please know you're not alone. Seriously, so many of us are fighting the same battle quietly every day. I know some days it feels like your mind is working against you, that you'll never know what calm feels like, but I promise you it gets better. Not overnight, not without effort, but it does get better. You can learn to manage the storm instead of getting swept away by it. You can find your own version of peace, even if it looks a little different than everyone else's. It takes time, tools, and support, but it's possible, and you deserve it. So yeah, that's a glimpse into my life with generalized anxiety disorder. Still a work in progress, still figuring things out, but I've come a long way. And if this resonated with you at all, if it made you feel a little more seen or a little less alone, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I've got more videos coming where we talk about mental health, healing, and just the real stuff people don't always talk about. And drop a comment if it's connected with you. I genuinely love to hear your story too. Thanks for being here, for listening, and for letting me share a piece of my experience. Don't forget to subscribe to @ZakaPrat, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, be kind to yourself. You're doing better than you think.